One of my viewers and subscribers found a mistake in my video from yesterday, so they get a free pass to my live session. The mistake is the following. Okay, so I was solving this equation. Which is, I'm just checking. Yeah, so plus cosine 2x equals 2 times cosine 2x. Okay, so what I did in my video, actually 2 days ago, sorry, not yesterday, what I did was I denoted by a new variable u cosine 2x. So I replaced this and this by u. Then I substituted for the sine. I said, oh, by the way, if I do now 1 minus u squared using the Pythagorean theorem, I get sine. And then I can substitute this in place of this. And then I can solve u from that equation. Very smart, except I made a mistake because in the end, when I got, so after solving this, I got that u must equal square root of 3 divided by 2, and that's all fine. And then we would, by substituting back, we get that cosine 2x equals square root of 3 divided by 2, and then we could solve it. But when I made a mistake in my video, I basically, at this point, I said sine instead of cosine. So I just, because I was thinking about something else, and I was when I was making the video, so I substituted back. Instead of substituting the cosine back, I substituted sine back, and so then the answer wasn't. And I guess in my head I half calculated it correctly and then half incorrectly. Anyway, but here's the thing: the person who commented and said that I made a mistake. Actually, they didn't say that directly, but they pointed out that there's actually a much simpler solution to this. Namely, we don't need to do the substitution stuff, which is makes the whole thing a little bit way too complicated. In fact, it's much easier at this point. And I had this feeling, again, if you watch my video, you'll see that I'm like, hey, there must be some other way to do this. I'm looking in the formula booklet, and then I give up. I'm like, yeah, no, let's just do it this way. But actually, I guess I had an intuition about it. At this point, just divide by cosine, by this, cosine 2x. And what do you get? Recall that sine divided by cosine of whatever is always tangent. So now using this, we get that square root of 3 divided by cosine 2x, so we get tan 2x. Then this is just 1 and this is just 2. Wow. What could be easier than this? Now divide by square root of 3, tangent 2x plus 1 over square root of 3 is 2 divided by square root of 3. Then minus 1 divided by, we get tangent 2x equals 1 divided by square root of 3. From this, now using the same argument with the triangle, take the equilateral triangle, my favorite equilateral triangle. Here we have all the angles are pi divided by 3. This height here is square root of 3 when these sides are all 2, and this half of the side is 1. So from here we see the tangent of 1 divided by square root of 3 is of this angle. So then we have 2x is this angle there, which is pi divided by 6, because the full angle is pi divided by 3. Now, because we're talking about tangent, we know that tangent is the same here and on the other side. And because I was doing the sign confusion in my previous video, I thought that we get the same angle here. To be even more precise, let's check what was the original. Yeah, so in the original, we know that f, the function f, is defined for x between 0 and pi. So yeah, we're gonna be fine. So 2x yeah, I mean, guys, now I realize also, okay, so if we continue solving this, okay, this or on the here, that's, if this is pi divided by 6, then this is 7 pi divided by 6, and now we get that x is either pi divided by 12 or x is 7 pi divided by 12. But now I realize there's a mistake in the original exercise. Let me bring that in. Wow, there is a mistake in the original exercise. So that's even crazier than the fact that I made a mistake. So let me tell you what. So here they're saying that x would be between 0 and pi. If x is between 0 and pi, this function, I say, is not defined, because here also they say that x is between 0 and pi for f. Look at that, look at that. So they say here that f is defined when x is between 0 and pi. So you're not allowed, based on what it says here, you're not allowed to put any number into f which is greater than pi. Here they're saying also that x is between 0 and pi, but g is g is 2x. So if x is between 0 and pi, then g of x is between 2 pi and 0. So then this f of g of x is not defined. For x greater than pi divided by 2, or not greater or equal, just strictly greater than pi divided by 2. So, I mean, so basically, I hope they notice this is a past exercise from one of the papers, so I hope they noticed it, because that means that anyone who gave an answer that x equals pi divided by 12 only would be correct, because the other answer that x is 7 pi divided by 12 doesn't fly. That's greater than pi divided by 2, which is, for which this is not defined. So I mean, it's not technically a mistake, so like, but it looks like they made a mistake. It's just so okay. Anyway, everybody made a mistake except my viewer, well, who probably didn't notice that they made a mistake either. But anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, this is exciting stuff. If you notice, when you're at the exam and you think they made a mistake, you're probably wrong. So don't ever, unless you're 110% sure, you can write looks like there is a mistake in this exercise. So then you get full points if there actually is a mistake. But just just in case, don't do that, because you're stressed out and you're like, oh my god. So maybe you think they made a mistake in the exercise, but more likely you're making a mistake in your thinking. I hope I did a mistake now. So just comment below what you think about this.